Hey, what's up everyone? Hopefully you guys are having an awesome day today. And today, since, winter's coming up and it's been getting cold, I thought about, and also I've actually been watching a lot of The Office lately, but I felt like, why not try to make the Malones family secret chili? So hopefully you guys enjoy it. So let's get it going. First thing we got to get going is this rice. I did mine with rice. You don't have to. This is just optional. So we're going to go and wash this rice out. You want to get all the starch out, massage it, drain it until the water becomes clear. Once that water becomes clear, I don't go ahead and measure anything. I just use the ancient Asian water technique. Get enough water in there, get up to that first knuckle, and then it'll be golden. We're gonna go ahead and season this a little bit, add a little bit of salt in there. We gotta season the rice. After that, we're gonna go and take some of these dehydrated or dried peppers, and we're gonna go ahead and put them in some warm water for about 15-20 minutes. You want to get them nice and hydrated. Make it easier when you put it in the pot. Here I went ahead, I want to make a little bit of breadcrumbs or croutons for this, so I took some bread that I had left over and I cut it in squares and put that in the oven at about 125 and got it nice and dry, and then I went ahead and turned it up a little bit, get a nice little crust on them. Now it's time to get into the veg prep. Here we're going to take one whole white onion and we're going to go and do a medium dice on this. It doesn't have to be too small, and it doesn't have to be too perfect, but just get a medium dice on there. We're going to cook this down anyway. Here I used about 8 cloves of garlic. We're going to go ahead and just peel these off, and once we peel them off, we're going to go ahead and mince them. I use my little mincer. If you don't have it, you can go ahead and use your knife. Just cut them up, slice them, and then run your knife through them until you get a nice mince out of it. But if you don't have it, that's fine. You can use it if you want. Go ahead and use your knife to mince it. This is pretty much what you're going to do to mince this. Just kind of run your knife through it like this until you get a texture or a look like this, and then you should be golden with this. And brush that to the side, and we're going to go ahead and move on to the next thing. Once the garlic is set aside, we're going to go and move on to the peppers. Here I used a couple jalapeños that I had left over. This long boy, I forget the name of it. And then I went ahead and used a Soriano and a poblano pepper. So we're going to go ahead, and what we do every time, we're going to go ahead and de-seed them. You want to get all the veins out and seeds out as much as possible. I take them out because it gives it a little bit bitter, and also I don't want it to be too spicy. So go ahead and get all those veins, and we're going to go and flatten them out. and we're gonna do a thin slice. I would say a little bit of, you know, a little bit less than 1/4 inch or so, because we're gonna go ahead and dice these up afterwards. So go ahead and get those boys sliced up. For that long boy, we're gonna do a diagonal slice. I really don't know what this pepper is. Honestly, I just picked it up because I thought it looked cool and I never had it, so I figured I'd try it out. So here, I just kind of crushed the inside up and got all the seeds out and then cut it at an angle. So that's about it. Go and take these strips now. We're going to line them up a little bit, get them even, and we're going to go ahead and cut them in the cross way, get a little dice action going on here. Don't go too big, but don't go too small. You want to still have the texture of the pepper in there. Here, after this, we're going to go ahead and season our meat. I went ahead and used half of pork sausage, and I went ahead and used the other half as just normal ground pork. I used a spicy pork sausage ground because you know I love some meat and it gives a little bit different texture to it. Hit it with that Voodoo Chef seasoning, and then I went ahead and hit that with a little salt, well, a little bit more than salt, because you're gonna lose some of that in the cooking process. So got ahead and give that a good mix up, got everything incorporated, got all the meat mixed up. I'm gonna go ahead and set that to the side. Once the meat is done, we're gonna go ahead and This is optional. I just like it. I just like cheese a lot, so I have some leftover cheese still, so I went ahead and grated some of that up. You can use any cheese you want. I had and went to go use some smoked Gouda that I had, and I still had some of this other cheese I had. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's still pretty good. So go ahead and shred about half a cup or so of both. That cheesiness done, we're gonna go ahead and move on to the sour cream for this. I like a little sour cream on top of it. So here we're gonna take about 5 to 6 tablespoons of sour cream, and then we're gonna hit that with a little bit of warm water. Don't put too much in there. You wanna, where it's stiffen up, or you wanna be able to mix it up. After that, I hit it with my homemade hot sauce. If you guys are curious about that recipe, or if you guys wanna buy a bottle, go ahead and hit the comments and let me know, and we'll get it going. And then I hit it with a little salt and gave it a good mix up, and then I went and threw that into the fridge so it's stiffen up so it doesn't get too runny when you put it over the hot chili. Once that's good and mixed up, go ahead and throw that into the fridge and save it until we get ready to plate that chili. So here we're gonna take those peppers that we went and hydrated. I don't know what the ones I'm cutting right now are, but the other ones are ancho chilies. It just gave a good smoky flavor to it. So just go ahead and thinly slice that up because it's gonna be cooked down into the chili anyway. So, and after that, we're gonna move on to the next. Now it's time for the main event. We're gonna go ahead and get this boy start cooking. So here you're gonna take some olive oil and we're gonna go and heat that up. Here I use some avocado oil. I just like how it is. The smoke point's a lot higher and it doesn't give it that olive oil taste. So next, after things heated up, we're gonna go throw our garlic in there. We're gonna let that cook for about 3 minutes or until you get that little golden start to go on the outside. Once you got that garlic going, we're gonna go ahead and always gotta go garlics and onions together. So we're gonna go ahead and put those onions in there. Once you put those onions, let them cook down for about 3 to 5 minutes. Then we're gonna hit it with some salt. You want the pores to open up so everything's ready to take that goodness going. Once those onions cook for about 5 minutes, go ahead and throw your spicy boys in there and let them cook for a little bit. You don't want everything to cook too much because everything is going to get to know each other in the pot when you get that chili in there. You want to cook it low and slow so everybody gets to mingle in there. I went ahead and threw some more of that Voodoo Chef seasoning in there because you can never go wrong. It has no salt in it, so you're not really worried about it. So, and it gives it that color that you're looking for. Feel free to put as much as in there if you want. Or chili. If you have any chili powder in there, go ahead and throw as much chili powder as you want in there, until the color and taste that you like. Once those cook down a little bit more, go ahead and throw your dehydrated or rehydrated peppers in there, and give those a nice stir and let them cook for about 3 minutes or so. Once those cook for about 3 minutes, we can go ahead and start browning our meat. So it made it easier if I just kind of tore it up a little bit as I went. It makes it easier to break it down because you're going to be breaking this down as you cook it. Once you got a nice color on that meat, you're going to save a little bit of that water you use for the peppers, and then after that you're going to go and throw about 2 cups of a stock here. I just used the veggie stock that I made a while ago because I still have some left. You can use beef stock, chicken stock, pork stock, whatever you want to use. After that, we're going to go and throw some, I have some roasted tomatoes on here, and then I threw in some of tomato paste, you know, give that nice color. After that, you're gonna give that a good mix up, and go ahead and throw some black beans in there, and I had some kidney beans, and then give that a good mix and let that cook down for about 20 minutes or so. We're gonna put that to a simmer and let that cook. Once that cooked down for about 20 minutes, go ahead and taste it and season it to your liking. Here I think I hit it on point, so I'm not gonna add any more seasoning to it. So after that, you should be ready to plate. Here I just used, you know, a bowl and some rice, but hopefully, you know, you guys do it as you want. You know, this is a nice family meal. So that pretty much wraps up this video. You know, the Kevin Malone's Family Secret Chili. You know, I love this TV show, so hopefully you guys enjoyed this recipe, and hopefully you enjoy it on these very cold days that are coming up. So hopefully you guys have an awesome new year, and hopefully you guys are having an awesome day too. So peace.